Right effort is considered an essential aspect of the Buddhist path, as it helps to cultivate the mental and emotional qualities necessary for spiritual growth and transformation. The practice of right effort involves 4 aspects: preventing the arising of unwholesome states, abandoning unwholesome states that have arisen, cultivating wholesome states that have not yet arisen, maintaining and increasing wholesome states that have arisen. Through the practice of right effort, one can develop the ability to let go of harmful habits and patterns of behavior, cultivate positive qualities, and maintain a sense of inner balance and well-being. Another important aspect of Buddhist practice is the cultivation of metta or loving-kindness. Metta refers to the practice of cultivating a deep sense of goodwill and kindness towards all beings, without exception. Through the practice of metta, one can develop a deep sense of compassion and empathy, and cultivate a heart that is open and receptive to the suffering of others. The practice of metta begins with a cultivation of loving kindness towards oneself, and then extends to others, starting with loved ones and gradually expanding to include all beings. Through the practice of metta, one can develop a deep sense of connection and interdependence with all beings, and cultivate a sense of joy and fulfillment that comes from caring for others. In addition to the practice of metta, the Buddhist tradition also emphasizes the importance of karuna or compassion. Karuna refers to the practice of cultivating a deep sense of empathy and compassion for the suffering of others, and the desire to alleviate that suffering. Through the practice of karuna, one can develop a deep sense of connection to others, and cultivate a heart that is open and receptive to the pain and suffering of the world. The practice of karuna also involves the development of upekkha or equanimity. Upekkha refers to the ability to remain calm and balanced in the face of suffering and adversity, without losing sight of one's compassion and empathy. Through the practice of upekkha, one can develop a deep sense of inner peace and stability, and maintain a sense of equanimity in all situations. Another important aspect of Buddhist practice is the cultivation of prajna or wisdom. Prajna refers to the ability to see things as they really are, beyond our habitual patterns of perception and interpretation. It involves a deep understanding of the impermanent and interdependent nature of all things, and the realization that our sense of self is an illusion. The practice of prajna involves the development of vipassana or insight meditation. Through the practice of vipassana, one can gain insight into the nature of reality and the causes of suffering. It involves the cultivation of mindfulness and awareness, and the development of a deep understanding of the impermanent and interdependent nature of all things. The practice of prajna also involves the study of Buddhist philosophy and teachings, which offer a wealth of wisdom and guidance for living a meaningful and fulfilling life. The teachings of the Buddha emphasize the importance of cultivating a deep sense of compassion, wisdom, and ethical conduct, and offer practical guidance for overcoming the challenges and obstacles that we face on the path to liberation. Another important aspect of Buddhist practice is the cultivation of sila or ethical conduct. Sila involves the development of a deep sense of moral responsibility and accountability, and the cultivation of a life of integrity and ethical behavior. It involves the practice of the 5 precepts, which include refraining from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, and the use of intoxicants. Through the practice of sila, one can cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and ethical clarity, and work towards building a more just and compassionate world for all beings. The practice of sila also involves the development of dana or generosity, which involves the offering of material and spiritual support to others, without expectation of reward or recognition.